Well, it's good to be here, you know. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Audio's not called him, yeah?
Yeah. Everything's
Everything's
called in.
rolling.
So for the audio listeners, we've got a guest in the building. Goes by the name of Mindz.
Hey,
So you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
two.
But first, season 5, episode 2,
Yeah,
UK Rap Podcast Show.
let's go.
Remember that. Also, subscribe to the thing.
You
Shouldn't be
already know.
eating on camera, but just a one-off thing, people. Sweetie, them soon done, but yeah. So yeah, go on.
Click. But yeah, for the ones who don't know, they call me Mindz. Two.
That one there. I like that one.
You already know. Lagos born, Nigerian. Moved to the UK about 15 plus years ago. And then, yeah, I've been doing my thing. Afrobeat style music is my, forte. Yeah, it's been a great journey so far.
Great journey, yeah. All right, then, cool. So even before we get into the journey then, Lagos born, Nigeria,
Yeah,
you know, they say that's the home of Africa and all of that.
Afrobeat land.
Afrobeat land,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
You say, DK, agree with that?
Wow.
Yeah, could be.
Could be, yeah.
I'm not in
There's
the
a lot of
Afrobeats world, innit? So, you know.
So like I said,
There's a lot of
Lagos,
greats from there.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Explain to us and the viewers, what was it like growing up in Lagos, Nigeria, before you done the crossover to the UK?
The best way to actually describe it is that you have to go there. That's the best way.
Can you give us a little insight?
Just break it down though, you know.
It's like
What was it
Yeah,
like growing up?
like a childhood memory.
It's like a lot.
You can talk. Listen. You can talk in fully detail. I want to know what was it like.
What was
Not
Yeah,
know.
just give us like a childhood
Yeah,
memory.
not
Like
know
what you
it
can
over.
remember.
So
Just talk it. Yeah. What was it really like? How
Well,
was it growing up? Mum and dad.
mom and dad.
Yeah,
sisters,
all right, was mum and dad
brothers,
there?
yeah, all of that. All of
let's,
that.
Let's paint that picture then. All
Yeah,
right,
that's right.
So growing up in Lagos, family of 4, 2 boys, 2 girls. Dad was an accountant, and mom just did the side hustle thing. So, because like being an African, the idea is the man goes out to get the money,
Right.
and then the woman stays home to look after the child.
Right.
So that was mom's role, but it gets to a certain extent where they now want you. Like the woman is like, I'm tired of this pocket money that you're giving me. I want to go get my own money, you know. And because my mom was more at home than my dad, I kind of picked up that hustler side of thing from her rather than from my dad, because he just went to an office
Right.
and did his job and came home
Right.
after 5. So because I seen that hustle, like that drive, she did a bit of that, she did a bit of this, just to get money in her pocket. I've always felt that eager, that growth in me, to try and like push for doing a bit of this and doing a bit of that. But growing up in the country was, it's not as hard as people think it is. You know, like Lagos is like a city. It's like a
I know.
It's like a small London. You know, like you have like your hood, like we call it the hood here, yeah, and where there's trapsters, but we call them agberos.
Adbarrows, yeah.
Agberos.
Adbarrows, yeah.
Agberos. So
right.
these guys are like, they're basically, they claim to work for the government, yeah, right? But they don't. So the idea is they go around taxing like little small businesses for money, right?
The extortion, yeah.
Right? And then they give a certain percentage to the local government.
Okay.
So because they do that, nothing happens.
Yeah, keeps the peace.
It keeps the peace. Like, it's like, all right, cool, you guys can keep doing what you're doing. You're working for us now.
Yeah.
But then again, tax is very hard to collect in the country because of the kind of system that the economy is running under. You know, it's hard to track. So because these guys are doing it for them, it's all right. Why not?
So what was school like?
School.
School. Do you remember school?
I feel like school was like, it's kind of the same as when I came here as well. For me,
Was it like the same subjects as well?
same subject, maths, English.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, same
So how do
thing.
you feel the education
Government,
system was like from over there to over here? Which do you think was better?
In terms of organization, I would say here, because obviously like the country's got more money in it to do things better than Nigeria. Like most schools out there are like private schools. So, because I grew up in a family where, like I said, my dad's an accountant, so he was able to afford like the private schools, the private primary schools and all that.
What did they want you to be a doctor? Like like the so-called
yeah,
typical Nigerian.
that was,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
was it. That was it. Like
Stereotypical. You know what I mean?
You know the story. You know how it goes. So like they always wanted you to like. I think my dad wanted me to be an accountant as well, because I was good with numbers. Like quick maths, I used to be able to like work it out. And then somehow, one way or the other, football was like the next thing that I picked interest in rather than numbers.
Right.
So I felt like I could make a quick decision, and and I was good at it. But then like I said, growing up in an African home, they want you to be a doctor, and my dad said no. I got scouted.
Yeah.
I got scouted by a local team. It's been years ago now. I think it was like Cheshire it was called or so.
Okay, so just a quick one then. So when you was like obviously like at a young age, living in Lagos and that, did you ever experience any of those, like those so-called, like when the when like the army man them start just running and that, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about, DK? Like when the army man them come take over the village and all of them sitting there.
Yeah, so there was.
Because
so
ain't you? Hold on, ain't you from like a tribal or
so obviously
village
I was born.
Yeah, go on, talk. I know the thing.
I'm born. I'm from Delta State originally.
Right.
That's the family. So there's 6 states in the country. But my family, like I said, Lagos is in London, so everyone from
Civil War,
different state,
talking about them
you know what I mean? Everyone from different state then come to Lagos because they felt like that's where you can make the money.
Right.
Like every other country thinks, we go to London and you make the most.
Right.
So that was the idea growing up. So Lagos was where everything happened, like to begin with, and then you will now spread out. The more money you made, the more you can go and like invest in other little states. And that's the idea in a nutshell, really. But there was this one time where the government was moving mad. I think it was like 2002. This was like just before we moved. And there was like a coup. The actual army general took over at the time.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was mad. It was like a total lockdown. Like when I say nobody's coming, nobody's going out.
You say proper bullets flying.
Bro, nobody's like they're licking off your head.
Right.
Like straight.
Right.
Bodies will be you wake up in the morning for the one, you find them on the road.
So even talking like that, yeah, still, is the law really serious out there? Like if you cross certain boundaries?
To an extent.
To an extent?
To an extent.
Yeah.
So you hear certain things about...
Because they deal with, like thieves and that. They deal with them bad,
Oh, my days, bro.
I know the thing.
You don't want to get caught. Like,
put your rubber
obviously
and
now,
wheel you down the road,
now it's calmer. Like around now, like it's a bit like chilled, because people are starting to like think about the human side of things, because we're evolving, aren't we? But if you're talking 10 years ago, bro, if you tiffed an orange, just on apple, yeah, that's it. You're getting tire all over your head.
Yeah, see, I know them one. I've seen it.
Petrol, or kerosene, and that's it. You're lit.
Madness.
Like, it was like straight like that.
Right.
And obviously growing up around that sort of environment where people can take laws into their own hand, I felt like that. Like that's all I knew before I moved over here to the UK, and then until I smacked someone, you can't do that. Do you know what I mean? Like calm down, so. I felt like moving over here gave me like a different perspective of how life should be lived.
Because even back then, so say, was you lot quite in tune with the British culture? Obviously, know how the colonization and all that stuff goes.
I think it was like more.
But yeah,
even though like the English was the colonizers, I felt like it was more the American lifestyle that we tried to adapt to.
Kind of like how the UK, you get
because
what I'm
obviously,
was
because
from like the TV,
you never,
movies,
it wasn't,
music,
you don't really see like a lot of like British actors and black actors. It was more American actors.
Yeah.
So if anything, in terms of fashion, it was more like everybody was wearing the baggy jeans,
baggy
the
jeans and all
do-rag.
that.
Nigeria love fashion, innit?
Oh my days,
Crazy
nah,
for
you have
fashion.
to be. When
Crazy for fashion.
Fubu was like, bro,
you know.
when Fubu was trending, geez,
Old
if you
school.
never had a Fubu, yeah, you're not it. Like, you ain't it. Do you know what I'm saying? Fillers, yeah, fillers were hard back then.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you had the fillers, yeah, you know, yeah, you have arrived. You're the boy. Everyone is looking at your shoe like, yes, look at him. You know. But now everyone is talking Jordans, and you know, there's different like brands out now. But yeah, back then it was more about the fillers, the Fubus. Nike wasn't really that. Air Force Ones were, yeah, it was there, but it wasn't that.
Okay.
But it was more about, yeah, if you have Fubus or fillers, yeah,
Okay.
you're a flight boy.
So
or
after
Timberland boots.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, straight American.
What boots you talking? Timberlands?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
no, but
American,
Tim's
Timberland
and
boots
that.
were the ones.
So even before we even get into the whole, okay, we'll talk about that because that's so long as well. Well, we can get into that. We can dive in at some point. But yeah, let's talk about the Mindz journey a bit more then. So we talk about school, talked about obviously what's outside of school and that. So what music was you listening to back then? I'm not talking Afrobeat. So what was the music in your country, in
In
Niger?
the house, really. What
Was it called? Obviously, you got your own type of, you know what I'm saying, tribal, whatever sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
go on.
So for Dad, every Sunday it was. So he had them vinyls. So you know the big old vinyl.
Yeah.
So he had that, and it was this guy, Oliver the Coke.
Okay.
Oliver the Coke, popular artist back then, and they used to make their beats like from like little things like Coke bottles,
any little instrument.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, real like that.
You know, like they'll get there's this I've forgotten the name of what it was called. It's like a wooden little pipe thing, and you can actually beat it, and it's making a sound, bro. Like, and this was the sound back then. Okay. So that's why you can hear some of those sort of sounds in my music, because that's what I grew up listening to. Yeah. And in every like verse he dropped, even though you couldn't really understand the language, you knew he was telling you a story. So that's also like the whole story thing comes from listening to all of that as well.
Right.
So like, yeah, I feel like that kind of like inspired it without even trying. Like it was just fed to me naturally, and I just picked up on that. And then yeah, that's the sort of music I like to listen to. So like, you know, natural beat, natural drums.
Okay. So when you got into your teenage years then with music and that, obviously hip hop.
Yeah.
American hip hop.
Star.
What about Skepta?
Yeah.
Skepta was big out there?
Yeah, he was. JME was popping.
Right.
Yeah, them mans there were popping out there, yeah.
Right.
Skepta, JME, what's his name? D-Double.
Right.
D-Double.
Right. So grime thing was out there then.
Yeah. Them
Grime
mans.
thing reach out there.
BBK. That was it. Yeah, them things
Okay.
back then was, those were the sounds we were.
Sick.
When it came to UK sound, like that's what we listened to.
Okay.
Sick.
Them man there.
Sick.
And there was a bit of like Craig David as well.
Okay, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember growing up, like I said, my dad he was an accountant, and as part of his job, he had a driver given to him and assigned to him. So this guy would take us to school every morning, and he had this cassette. We had this cassette playing thing in the car, and he had this Craig David cassette, and we would listen to that on the way to school
And on the way back.
and on the way back from school. So I knew the words for Craig David before I was 10.
Right.
Like, you know, I could sing Monday, like,
Okay.
I knew it
Yeah,
before
yeah,
I was 10. I knew the words. And my mum would just be looking at like,
How you know this?
How do you know this? You know?
So what year did Akon come out?
That's in
It was
late
2002.
2000s, isn't it?
Yeah, about 2002, I would say, or 2003.
So what was that era like then?
Yeah, that was popping. I'm not gonna lie. Akon trended as well with alongside what's his name? The guy that sang Bon Salami. Only you can tell. What's
Tell me.
I'm trying to think of the name of the artist. I know the song, but I'm just trying to get.
Because you see with Akon,
But those two, that artist,
the Wayne Wonder song.
It's Wayne. That's
the
it.
Wayne
Yeah.
Wonder song. Bounce along.
Oh, Bounce Along.
Bounce
Yeah.
Along.
Okay, yeah. Because you see, obviously, like how I dropped my man's name in it, Akon. Is he a big? And does he inspire you? Is he a big inspirational artist out there like that?
Yeah, I want to.
Is he from Nigeria though?
No,
I don't even
he's
know why
not.
I'm dropping
He's-
Akon's name in
no,
it.
he's
Is he
not.
Nigerian?
He's Senegalese.
Forget about him then. We'll carry on. Forget about him. We'll cancel him. Forget about that. He's not from Nigeria. He's not getting. He ain't getting no more like. That's it. All right, cool. So what artists? Obviously UK. He said Skepta, Jamie, Craig David.
Yeah.
Go on. Name.
There was Seal as well. I liked Seal because of that. The Batman
Seal,
movie.
you know.
What the brother with that?
Yeah.
The Marlon brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was also like,
Okay,
he also
sick.
did this thing. So like, I was versatile with the kind of music I listened to as well. Like, one day I'm listening to Seal, another day it's Craig David. I'm like, then next day I'm mixing up with Jamie. Like, you know, like it depends on what the mood is. Like, but I'm always around music.
So it's a proper mix of everything then, really.
Literally. Like, it could be like, okay, maybe I just want to cruise. Slap some Craig David on.
So when did Afro beats break out in Nigeria, so say? When it like really got
When
like,
he really
popular?
got out, like here or in Nigeria
Let's
itself.
say Niger. Let's talk Niger.
In Niger properly. So
What-
the artists that were trending back then when I was growing up, Two-Face, like in fact the Plantation Boys, they called him.
Okay.
That's what. So he was in a group, right? He was in a group called the Plantation Boys. So it was
This
him.
is reaching out to Nigers, also big at the Nigerian people. Then,
Literally.
yeah? Trust me.
Hey, so the Plantation Boys. So it was Two-Face, FaZe, and Blackface. It was three of them. Yeah, that was the crew, right? Obviously growing up, you're not hearing like a lot of like, oh, FaZe was the writer of the group and Two-Face was the vocalist and this one was the backup. But as a collective, they made bangers, like bangers that would trend if promoted again. You know, they made bangers and they sort of inspired me. There was also another group. There was another group called Group of Four. I'm trying to think of what the name was now. Star Plus, that's it. Star Plus. There's another group of four of them as well. They did as a collective, made songs, but then you know as things go, the music started to take off. The money was coming in, and then everyone went their separate ways. So that died. But they were also an inspiration when it came to the Afrobeat thing.
Okay, where's Wizkid and them man from?
Yeah, Wizkid is from Lagos.
Right.
Yeah, it's from
Where's
Lagos.
Burna Boy from?
He's from Port Harcourt,
Okay.
which is the south, I believe. Of
Okay.
the country. Yeah.
Okay. And where's is it Naira Marley?
Naira
Marley.
I think he's somewhere in the west. I don't think he's a Lagosian.
No.
Yeah, somewhere in the west. I don't think he was born.
Do you rate him as an artist?
Um,
Do you like his style? I think he's cold.
I feel like
Cold.
Naira Marley he's a smart artist. Like he knows how to manipulate the instrumental to suit his style.
Do you listen to him at any point?
You know,
Yeah,
I think he's
over the
cold.
time. Yeah.
I think he's cold.
I've heard a few of
I
his
think
songs.
he's cold.
I'm never gonna hear another artist. No, I think he's a great artist. He's smart in what he does.
Kills it with that tune
But
with J Husk.
in terms of saying, oh, I'm gonna go like a go-to, it wouldn't be my number one. Like I'm
Okay.
gonna go and listen to it. You
Oh,
know what I
okay.
mean?
If it comes on, you listen to it.
But if
you
it
ain't
comes
going
on,
out
then
there.
I'm not gonna turn my face. Like I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I know some of his songs. Like I feel like even some of his songs are on my playlist.
Right.
You know, so but like in terms of like an artist that I want to go and listen to for like a quick inspiration, it won't
Would it be him?
be him.
What
no.
about can I mention? Is it Afro B? Can I mention them man there?
Who?
There's Davido and them man.
Davido.
Yeah?
I'm a big fan.
Big fan.
Big fan. I seen him last year live in concert in Lagos.
Right.
So I flew back home. This was just after my sister's burial.
Rest in peace
And
my
yes,
condolences,
in peace.
brother.
Yeah. Just after my sister's thing, we wanted to do something that she'd never done. So we took the last clothing that she wore and put it in a bag, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna go to a concert because she never went to one. So we chose Davido was her favorite artist, and then we went there. Me and my other sister, yeah, we went to the show. It was great. It was just magical watching him.
So where's he from as well, if you don't mind me asking? Because personally, I think enough people think that all these Afrobeat artists all come from Lagos, Nigeria. That's why I'm asking. Where's this one here from? Where's this one from?
He's from Osun State. If I'm correct, I believe he's from Osun State because his uncle is currently the governor of Osun State.
Right.
So, if I'm not wrong, then yeah.
So who's your top 5 Afrobeat artists
right now? I can't put them in any order because I listen to them. I listen to them in like different. I listen to them in like different times. But the ones I've been listening to lately, I listen to a lot of Omale's.
One.
Yeah, it gives me like a sort of like inspiration that I don't really hear from the others. And then when I want to go for style, I listen to Adekunle Gold.
Okay, that's 2.
Yeah. When it comes to style with
these
music,
are artists that I don't know, so I can check
oh
them
my
out in the same way
days,
for you
check
people, check them
Adekunle.
out.
If you don't know who Adekunle Gold is, go check him out. It is hard. Yeah, Adekunle Gold. When I want to like style up the music, the sound. Number 3, Burna Boy. When I want to do something with melodies, like because he juggles around, he does like things with like his vocals where you like listen to one bit and then he switches it real quick again. So like a lot of people don't hear it, but me as an artist, like these are the things that I pay attention to. So when I want to do like things like that in my sound, I go and listen to him, and just get like a little, oh, what did he do there?
Okay.
You know.
Number 4.
Number four. Right now I listen to Davido. Number 4. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say he's in there.
Number 5.
Number five. Just trying to think of, because we're giving them 5, aren't we?
Good thoughts. No one.
It is.
No one from the UK.
It is a dipper. I'm just.
No one from the UK.
I'm just thinking about. You know what? I'm caught between Kojo Funds and
Who? Kojo. Okay.
And because obviously I'm here, so I try to like
Give it a bit of balance.
give it a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm caught between Kojo Funds and Wiz. So it could be a tie for the two.
You could just see. You could put Wiz and then just give us the top 5 UK.
Would you put J? No, I wouldn't even class J Hus as an Afrobeat. That's crazy. Don't be silly. I wouldn't even put J Hus in
No,
it.
he's not. I wouldn't.
No
I wouldn't
way.
class him as Afro.
No way. But
But
I
yeah,
personally
Kojo.
would have put Naira Marley in there. But yeah. I'm not really the biggest fan of Wizkid, you know. I'll be honest.
Really,
Nah,
Yeah.
not really the biggest. I'll be honest.
I feel like in terms of like
I'm Burna Boy. I'll be honest with that as well, you know, brother.
you don't.
Swear down, yeah.
You're not a big fan.
It
No.
that hasn't connected with me yet.
Yeah.
As much times, you know.
So
I
like
give it
there's
time,
this,
but it
this-
doesn't connect.
Yeah,
to me
with
yet,
time,
I'll
like
be
yeah,
honest.
with time, you. I feel like because I listen to a lot of like.
I like the Yahoo Boy and all of that, you know. I like all of that Naira Marley. I like
Oh,
that.
so you like that kind of
Yahoo
music? That
Boy,
style of
yeah,
music?
Puta and all of that.
Oh, right, yeah. Right. Well,
Yeah,
no,
that's me,
each
that's
their own.
me,
To
that's
be
me.
fair, like I feel like because I'm more of like I'm like I said, I grew up with storytelling type music, so I'm more connected to people who tell.
On that wave.
You know, do you know what I mean? Like Omale is good at that. Good
Do you know
at
about
that.
artists like Nas?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, you know Nas, yeah?
Of course I do.
All right, cool. I have to just throw that in. Could you say you're a storyteller?
Yeah,
and all of that. All right,
You
Nas
must
is
know about the
storyteller, as a
American
rapper,
man.
yeah.
You must know about the American man now.
I'm just connected to like those sort of artists like naturally because that's the kind of person when I meet or when I listen to myself, that's what I want to be hearing. Like what am I telling you? You know.
All right, cool. So let's talk about the crossover then. You leaving Nigeria, coming to the UK. So how did that all come apart? What was that feeling like? Did you ever come to the UK before to have a little experience, or was it just a straight thing of, you know, just straight up leave Nigeria and just straight to the UK?
Yeah.
Was it that?
No, so
Oh,
first
so you
one,
took a couple
yeah,
holidays.
so it was
Oh,
it was
okay,
like
okay.
school. It was like, oh, come go school first and try and see how it is, and then see if you wanted to stay.
So
And
how was
then-
that first feeling though? Like, explain that first feeling.
Bro, it was
touching the UK?
It was emotional, man, because it was just me.
Different weather, everything.
Like, it was cold when I landed on the 2nd. I landed on the 2nd of January, so it was cold when I landed, and I had to catch a taxi on my ones to my auntie's house.
Right, first time.
You know, but yeah, I did that. But then, yeah, the first, obviously spoke to my mom when I landed, and
So how old was you then when you did all that? You took that trip?
18.
Okay.
I just turned 18. So,
But still leaving your country for the first time and touching the UK must have been crazy.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, so you know, in one of my songs,
Crazy.
I said, not gonna can't say man never cried. Like, it was an emotional situation.
Crazy.
It was an emotional
This is
situation
the UK
on the
you're
first,
touching.
on the first
You know
night.
what I'm saying?
On the first night, because obviously, like, you're used to being around your family member day in, day out. Like, you wake up, mom, dad's there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, brother, sister, like, friends. You know, like your usual activity. But then you wake up the next day.
It's just you.
Or not even wake up the next day. Like, you get there, you're like, it's just
you,
bro.
Me, myself, and
It's
I.
just me, you know. Like,
So you're saying, so you obviously hopped off the plane, catch taxi,
straight to the house.
Obviously greetings
Greeting,
and that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
who was, so obviously when you got to Auntie's, who was Auntie's? Auntie was your cousins?
Yeah,
or...
well, yeah, her kids and yeah. So obviously, like, we got there, just greetings and yeah, it was that, like, straight phone call. I'll call your mum, like, let's let her know.
And then just get on with it, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I get on with it. This is your room.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, get in the room, put the bag down.
So how long? So how long was that experience for? Was it like 3 months, 6 months,
It was like,
a year?
No, it was just a couple of months.
Couple of months, and you
obviously
went back.
Yeah, a couple of months. Did the whole school, what do you call it?
College thing, you mean? Had to have been in it. Because you're saying, what, 18 you touch here?
So you wanted to do you have to do a foundation year before you get into uni.
Right.
Because you're coming from a different country. They don't accept like the qualifications from another
Yeah,
country.
so it would have been college.
Yeah.
You
So you had to do a foundation.
Right.
So I had to do that first, and then I went back, and then I came back to do uni properly.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So you just decided saying, it's all right, yeah.
It was all right, one too bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So who's left back home then, if you don't mind
So
asking?
it's just my dad, mum, my brother.
Oh, it's like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
literally.
okay.
But they're not a big fan of the code, innit?
Right.
They're not a big fan of it.
So which out of your mum and dad's been to England? Have they, or none of them?
No, none of them. No,
Oh, none of them?
none of them. No,
Okay.
Raw.
just me.
Okay.
Literally.
So you're saying like none of them's never been on
No,
a plane?
Literally.
So
Never.
One
in
of
their
them
life?
have been on the plane, like to a different state within the country.
Yeah, but what I mean, like left. I'm talking about leaving Africa.
Even Africa.
Yeah,
Nah, they've never
because you
left
see,
Africa.
even all that, yeah.
They've
all
never
right,
left
cool.
Africa. So
All
it's
right,
just
cool.
me.
No, but all right, cool. So even you seeing all that experience there, like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying to the English people, them like it's not easy to. It is
just
and
me.
it is. No, wait. It is and it isn't.
It's like
yeah?
a mad journey,
It
innit?
is
Like,
and it isn't because so say like, you know what I'm saying, DK, like, all right, what, like £79 to go to Paris, you know?
Yeah.
You
Just
left
go there.
England and now you're in France.
France, yeah.
Like that's
It's
what I'm
not-
saying for Africans. Like, it's hard, isn't it?
It is.
Like, so I'm trying to just be in that mindset of them there, thinking like, where would I really like to go? Like on that, like you know, as in like on a journey wise. Like, trust me, like on a journey because like, all right, cool. Don't even want to jump into the Jamaican thing, but we all know where they want to get to: England, America, and
Well, some of them want to do
Where?
Germany as well.
Canada.
and Canada,
Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
and Canada. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, it must have been like, yeah, so I don't want to jump too deep in it, but you know, obviously, so
What
you're
was the
saying,
decision?
your
So-
dad's and that obviously had the
So,
money and that
like I
to
said,
pattern that.
That
You
was,
get what I'm saying?
That was all right. That was
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
telling you, you
That
know,
was all right.
serious.
That was all right. That was all right in terms of his own finance.
Right.
So it's without a shadow of a doubt, he worked hard to get to where he was. You know, junior accountant, and then worked his way up to.
So he wanted you to go to the UK to become accountant.
So the
no doctor.
So the account I couldn't be a. I could
Obviously
not
the
do that.
music thing, and then you're Dad, what, you know what I'm saying?
So
How's
like-
it going, son? Yeah, it's going good, but here what? I'm on this music thing, you know?
Before you even
get what I'm
accepted
saying?
that was like
come
a
back home.
bro.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
That was a
Right,
Mazda.
go on, yeah.
That was a Mazda. So like,
See it there?
so obviously like twos, we spoke with like. So I was about to go to uni back at home, right? No, actually, I did go to uni, but got expelled, right? Because it was like a Christian type university, you know, where you can't have your phone, you can't do no badness, like none of that bullshit. So, Dad was like, "All right, what do you want to do?"
So what was that within your first year?
First year? Yeah.
So you left
Like,
Niger,
So if you think about
come
it,
to England, so you not even come, but you literally land in England, and within that year, you got expelled in uni.
oh, not in the UK.
I mean,
this is back home.
Oh, okay.
This is back home before we made the decision to come to the UK. I mean,
Right.
So I've got expelled back at home. Daddy's saying, "What do you want to do with your life? Do you want to go uni or
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? Or like, do you want to just start
So did
working?"
you say you want to go England?
So I'm like, you know what? I want to go to England. My cousin said I should come. Like to do, like there's this school. Like It's like, all right, cool. Let's do that then. Are you still going to study accounting like you are here? Let's see if I can get in with the grades that I have. So we tried to apply for the transfer.
Right.
It didn't work.
Right.
Because the system is different. They don't accept, like I said, foreign.
Yeah.
You know,
Them grades.
those kind of grades. So I had to come and do a foundation year first before actually doing the course. But even with doing the foundation, it still wasn't enough. So I had to do something else. He was pissed. He was like, "Oh, so after all that," I'm like,
Yeah, see it. I knew it.
You're like, I'm here now,
you
though.
know,
I knew it.
I'm in. They're still accepting me anyway.
You're
Dad.
lucky that you wasn't younger.
I know.
If you was like 14, 15, and you would have dropped it on your dad with a shadow of a
You know,
doubt,
like, do it again.
you'd have been back.
Do it again.
Yeah, auntie would have just. Yeah, you go school in the morning. Yeah, this time
straight.
you're going airport.
Do it again. Yeah. Nah. So I was like, but I'm in, but I can't do the accountancy.
Yeah, but you can
You
got
know?
enough points to do something else.
But they've allowed me to do something else instead. It's like, what is it? I'm like, oh, it said I'm like marketing. Marketing. You want to be a marketer? You know, because that kind of thing where like, like the idea of marketing there in his mind is someone walking around down the street, up and down, knocking on people's doors, trying to sell shit, sell something to you, you know, real quick for a quick buck. That's his idea when he thinks of marketing.
Trying to sell window for
Yeah. You know, so yeah, exactly, yeah, you know, yeah, that kind of feeling. So he was avoiding that at all costs. But I was like, Dad, this is the only option.
Old
like,
school job. Wow, hold on. You ever done that job?
Yeah, telesales, isn't it?
I was trying to think of.
Yeah, telesales.
No, but not telesales,
Telling
bro.
us, go to,
When you going up,
you just go
selling
to
windows.
Yeah.
bro.
Stay bright windows and all them job there. Knock on people's
Crazy,
door,
do miles.
trying to
They're
sell
not
the
even
team to
letting
get
you
your little
know.
commission.
your shoes will be
Walking
foul
around some different villages for
Yeah,
hours,
it's long.
knocking on people's
Oh,
door. Never again.
yeah, looking for jobs.
Oh, yeah.
When we were
Go
looking
on,
for
go
job
on.
days,
Carry on.
those are the sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, we did that. He's like, yeah, it's enough to do marketing. He's like, is there any way they can add anything else to it? I'm like, I'll ask. So I went to the woman again. The woman's like, we can add business admin and marketing. She's like, he's like, all right, yeah,
He was happy with
cool.
that, innit? Yeah.
Not just marketing, cool. Business admin is there, so you can manage. I was like, cool. So we took that. So it was business management and marketing.
Right.
So we had that all together as the package. So I had to do that in a bit of business management in the first part of the course, and then it was just marketing and the rest. Boy, yeah. It got towards the final year. I failed one of my courses, so I could not graduate. He was pissed.
Oh, no way.
He was pissed. He's like, "What are you saying to me? So I've got to pay school fees again,
You're lucky still. You're lucky.
bro."
He's this
Nah, shout
go
out
again.
to Mind's dad. Like, he's
Yeah.
the realest. Like,
So where do you? So let's talk about Mindz then.
yeah.
Where do you get the name Mindz from?
So this was created at the studio with my guy Gio Stacks. We were sat down in this little room trying to like work out like the kind of artist that I was. So when I started music, I was known as MC Quotes because there's always quotes in my like lyrics. So I started out with that, and then
What year was this?
This was 2011. So,
Right.
So I got songs with, I was part of a group, MBQ. So it was me, Benja, and it was MC Quote.
Right.
So yeah, that was us three. We got a song on YouTube called Sunny Days. If you want to go check it out, it's still there.
Where was you lot doing your music stuff back then in Cheltenham? Because definitely wasn't
This was in Cardiff. So
I was going to say, definitely wasn't down here.
Nah, it wasn't down here. Nah, it wasn't down here.
100%.
So this was when I lived in Wales. I lived in Wales for 5 years because I went in uni down there.
Oh, you done the Wales life?
Yeah.
Different.
It was different, bro. I lived in the valleys.
Even worse.
Even worse.
Even worse.
Racism every day in your face.
Crazy.
In your face. Like they're telling you, like in your face, they don't
crazy.
like you. But yeah, we
valleys.
We survived.
Yeah, of course you survived.
Come on. We walked out there like a joke. Like it was good. It was a great experience though. So at least now I know.
Black people, you know.
Oh boy.
Sure, everyone to get into the.
Yeah,
I don't get shedding no light on them. Forget them. They don't exist.
There's no point giving them any shine.
They don't exist.
No. Do you know what I mean?
They don't exist.
Don't give them any shine.
They don't exist. They're extinct.
It was just an experience, innit? Like that I know that no other person like me would go through again because I could advise on how you can move out there if you need any help, you know.
So you say 5 years you was over there, yeah?
Bro, it was lit. Tree Forest, Ponty Boys. We used to run it. Like, go ask about us. We did the snackback parties. This was 2012. What was the other one? We did the strobe light party. Bro, right? Yeah, we shut down. It was MC Quotes. Because
I'm trying to think
every Wednesday night. Score.
Because hold on. Because I'm just trying to think. When did
Bush Entertainment was
trying to think. When did the African community kind of just start to spread wild in the UK? I'm trying to think. Like really,
it was from the Debanj era.
Go on. When?
Debanj.
You can't say 2000.
Igwe.
I don't know them songs, so you have to say the year.
Hang on.
Yeah. Any of those songs you're gonna say to me, I have to say I don't know.
I'm trying to think of.
Like I said, you got to remember the artist that I listen to.
I'm just trying to think of the songs because obviously the songs with like
Nigeria, not even Nigeria. I'm trying to think. When did the African community start get dominant in the UK? I say like
there was a Debanj song. I'm trying to think.
It wasn't early 2000s, so I say maybe it could have been just after the early
Mo
2000s.
It was when Mo Hits started to pop.
2.5.
I would say 2.6.
See it there, I'll give it that. See it there, I knew it, about 2.5.
Yeah.
So when you're saying you was in Wales, there was obviously couple...
Yeah.
So go on then. So after Wales then, you was there 5 years. Afterwards you come with Gloucester.
Nah, I moved to Manchester.
Right.
So I was down there
all
for
over
a
the
bit.
place.
Right, and then after Manchester...
did South London for a bit as well, Croydon.
And then after
then I came here.
Then you came here.
Yeah.
But all right, so then you was called back then. All that little journey was called MC.
MC Quotes.
Right. So as you land here now, you say you link up with Geostacks.
Yeah.
And then what? He patterned you with the name called Mindz.
So like so we were sat down. So we were working how me and Gio met. We were working at the warehouse, and he used to just play music and like being the kind of person that he is, you know. And I was like, oh, what you do in your space? Like, I record and I'm an artist. So yeah, he gave me an address, came through. So he's like, what's your artist name? And then at that point he hit me. I was like, do I want to see you use MC Quotes? Like, I've not, you know. So I told him like the little story about like how I started music and the kind of person I am. And then it was like, and then that's how we came up with the name.
Right, and so you just stuck with it from then.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's like based on.
So when did you start taking the whole music thing serious for you then? So when did you? You know what I mean?
I feel like it became serious when I dropped Mind Games. Yeah. Mind Games, yeah.
What year was that?
2021.
We're talking just after like second kind of lockdown type of time.
Just after lockdown.
So you're saying lockdown was a time where you was probably what?
That's when I felt, you know,
kind of thinking,
you know,
what angle you want to take.
Let me just like do this slowly and see how, you know, if I get anything. And then it was only when I got a random booking from Slough, I was like, oh, hang on, you know, there might be something there. And then I got like a regular booking from them where they were like, oh, come every other Saturday and come and give us a show, you know. And I was doing that every weekend.
So what was that? Just go there to perform.
Just go there, perform, quick £100,
Yeah.
leave.
Can't go wrong with that.
You know, 45 minutes for £100. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I can't actually decline that.
You're just trying to just build a little portfolio of music.
Do you know what I mean? I just started out, so it was for me. It was like, oh, like people like this sound that much, and every time I walked into the building, it was like people wanted to take a picture and
like your
what's
celebrity.
actually, do you know what I mean? I started to get that feeling, and I'm like in my head, I'm like, nah, I don't want to get carried away with this. So I was always humble, like, come do your thing, like. And I'll go to the smoking area and try and relate. So they gave me a bouncer that would always follow me around, but in case anything that kicked off.
But you want to be with the people.
But I wanted to be like amongst, like, because I still feel like a regular guy. You know, I don't try and carry myself like I'm up there in any way, shape, or form. I walk, and people will say, "Oh, Mindz." I say, "Oh, like, yeah."
Obviously, with the music thing now, obviously, like you're down here, and obviously you worked with that person, and you worked with Namix and yes, I'm trying to think you were.
Namix, yeah. Shout out to Dynamics, FC Dynamics.
Right on the top of my head like that. But how many projects have you got out there, or is the current project you've got is that your first project?
So on the Mindz, I've got 15 songs in total out there.
No, but you see,
But in terms of EPs, So I've got two EPs. I've got two EPs out there.
That's right.
The 15th was the first one after Mind Games dropped. I put Mind Games in there as a bonus track.
Let the people know where you can get that.
You can find the 15th on all DSP, your Spotify, iTunes, Boomplay, Apple Music,
Almost all them digital outlets and all the
digital outlets were out there. The 15th is on there. The latest project I just dropped in October is called No Losses. That was dedicated to my late sister.
Right. Okay.
It was a vibe. I had to create something that represented the kind of person that she was. So yeah, I recorded it. I recorded the whole 6 songs 2 weeks after she passed, and then I flew back to the UK. Yeah, man.
So what are you working on now?
So yeah, we got something exciting coming. I got another EP before we drop the album. So another 5-track EP. Yeah, my piano is the way right now.
You saying you feeling that?
I got a few actually. Not even about with feeling. I got a few. I got one with an artist called JME.
I don't like artists on it.
No,
that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, I'm just straight up. You just
prefer.
Yeah. I'm just straight up like that. I don't hide it, and I don't. Me personally, I don't like when artists
jump on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay. Well, we've done something. So
obviously, I respect your thing.
We've done.
But I don't like artists jumping on it.
We've done something different on this one.
I don't like artists jumping on the piano. Yeah. I prefer
you feel like the beat just does its thing already.
Yeah. Or
rather than
when the few of them are doing the vocals on it. That's personally my preference. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you got Young Stunner and do.
Yeah.
But even I'm not really with that either. Nah.
That's interesting. I would have thought like I'm a piano is like
it's not really an artist thing. Nah, it's not really like that. That's when I think it's gonna. Obviously, it's got to do what's due, but for me personally, I think that's where it's gonna kind of go a bit too left. But so obviously, so you got a couple of tunes doing piano.
So I've got piano. Yeah, I got.
What's that like in Nigeria?
It's hot. Piano. It's hot right now because
I see you lot was trying to claim it in football.
It's hot right now because
against South Africa.
Cheeky. it was like right now my piano is like.
Did you see all that banter going on when Nigeria...
make me swear.
Fire that tune. Fire.
But it's a bit... I'm not going to... shout out to Tyler,
some of the videos I seen was a bit kind of mad, but I'm not even going to lie.
Shout out to Tyler, man.
But I think South Africa lost and Niger won. Obviously, they went with the bands. Obviously, we claim piano now, innit?
Yeah.
But that was going on for a couple of days, like viral and that, innit? So go on. So what's Amapiano like in Nigeria?
I think it's hot right now because obviously you got
That's good though. That's good.
You got the likes of Ashake Jr.
Burna Boy jumped on it from a long time ago, right? And Wizkid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kabza, right?
He jumped on it with Ashake as well.
Yeah, no, but I'm letting you know that Burna Boy and Wizkid jumped on piano before all these other ones jumped on it.
No, of course.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
No, my piano obviously like me. I kind of I know he originated from South Africa because it's a sound, and but
now Nigeria's taking it in. Now,
we've like modified. Like they say, Nigerians are always good at anything they touch. Do you know what I mean? We know how to modify things.
Wait, let me cut you.
You know,
do you reckon Afro beats come from dancehall, from reggae dancehall music?
Do you think so?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. You know, like obviously there's like.
Is reggae dancehall music big in Nigeria, the way how it's big in the UK? Because you know it's big in the UK, right?
So what
just down to the influence. You know what I'm saying, Diamond?
You would if you would class Sean Paul as dancehall, then yeah, of course.
Right, but name me.
Sean Paul was like, I feel like was one of the big ones that I know that trended back out there.
All right, no, wait. Name me.
Maybe Bob Marley.
Name me.
Dancehall artist.
Name me two more.
Dancehall artists.
Done Sean Paul. You was listen. Obviously not you, but what was out in Niger back before you touched the UK. Just before you touched that place.
Would you?
Oh, okay then. All right. I'll give you that.
You know, they would listen to Bob Marley, obviously. I'm just trying to think of who else.
You know, Sizzler.
Yeah, Sizzler, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was going to say,
doubt,
have to.
Yeah.
But more than Rastaman, Ghana and Gambia and...
I feel
you
like,
get what I'm saying?
I feel like it was... I feel like
the Rastaman thing.
I feel like
you see the Rasta culture?
I feel like there's a Rasta culture out there.
Is there a Rasta culture in Niger?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
That's what do you think the whole dreadnought thing?
No, but brother, from what... Gambia and...
I feel like most of
Gambia and Ghana...
Yeah.
For like the reggae artists, them, especially the Rasta thing, majority of them is a Ghana and Gambia thing.
You reckon?
100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
When you saying Rastaman thing, can I not comment like Rastaman thing? It's not that someone with dreads, is it?
You know what I mean?
No, you know what I'm saying.
Someone got dreads.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like the artists, them like K-Put and Anthony B. Those type of righteous, them type of man, those type of artists, as far as I know, would venture into Gambia and Ghana than Nigeria. Even Sizzler.
Really?
100%. 100.
Why? But why though?
Because that's what I know them, the whole Selassie, the whole colours, red, gold, green. I'm not saying nothing to the green and white flag. I'm just saying the Rastaman them represent more
Ethiopian.
Yeah, because it's the red, gold, and green. So you see where the Ghana's got the red, gold, and green.
Yeah.
And what else country I say? Ghana and Gambia. They've got those colours, so it's more representable, innit? For that Rasta culture than
just plain green and white.
100.
Mad.
100%.
Based on, well, okay.
But same way though, big up the Rastaman them in Niger. Yeah. But the Rastaman them in Niger, you know what I'm talking.
Enough 100% Rastaman in Niger.
But yeah, so what you saying though, is there a big
it's like probably even a community of them.
No, but back to what you're saying there, is there a big Rasta community in Nigeria? Okay.
There will be,
massive.
If you want to find them, there will be. I'm sure there is.
All right, so
Charlie Boy was a Rasta man.
All right, so jump back to us saying with the Afro beats and the reggae thing, yeah. So do you reckon reggae helped grow Afro beats?
The two different genres, though.
That's what I was saying.
That's what I was gonna like.
Because you're saying Sean Paul, and then I'm saying, could you name it? So Beanie Man. Was he popular? Was he popular?
He was popular, yeah. Beanie Man was.
Bounty Killer, was he popular?
No, I wouldn't say Bounty was, no.
Alright, cool. Elephant Man.
What? Yeah.
Because he's dancing, I know. I know you don't love the dance.
Yeah.
Chaka and all of them.
I think Elephant Man probably would have been.
Ponder River and all them.
Yeah,
I already know you don't love the dancing over there. You get what I'm saying? So anything dancing relatable.
Because I remember Ponder River coming out in a house party when I was in junior school.
Right.
I remember that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get back to the answer then. What? So you reckon reggae music? I
don't know. They're two different genres though. So
no,
reggae,
but I'm asking you. Do you reckon?
If it helped Afrobeat, boy,
Or do you reckon Afrobeats just
started
like its own? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like because Afrobeat kind of like went into swing because there's different versions, isn't it? There's Afro swing.
Go big at the reggae thing. It's big at the reggae thing, innit? Just say, you know what?
Reggae, reggae inspires a lot of people, innit? No one's gonna doubt that one. But
You know, Burna Boy was out with Sizzler up in the hills.
I'm not gonna now say like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna actually say as an Afrobeat artist that reggae big, like, you know.
But you see, all right,
Because it's two separate genres, innit?
all right, cool. But you know, when you crossed over to the UK now,
Yeah.
do you realise how big it is over here, though?
Yeah, of course.
Crazy, innit?
It's crazy.
It's like mini Jamaica, innit?
Everywhere you went, it was like a mini Jamaica, bro.
Yeah, see
Like,
it there?
You
See it
know,
there?
whether it's in Wales,
Big
Manchester,
out there,
London,
it's big over
everywhere.
there.
It's big. Love. Cathays, if you go to Cathays, there's like a mini Jamaican community.
Right,
Like, it's all like,
right.
with the whole colours and flags. It's
Okay,
mad.
Okay.
You know,
okay,
so
okay.
yeah.
So I just want to just jump back into back home and that. Explain obviously with the, obviously back home. Obviously we don't want to shed too much grayness on your country. And that. Let's talk about the niceness of it, the beaches.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? The beaches. Let's talk about the food. Yeah. Let's talk about the traditional food.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because over here, you know the UK. Do you know the UK traditional food?
Some Indian food or something. Or fish and chips or something like that.
I was gonna say, man said Indian food.
I
Nah.
thought
It's meant to be
Chicken
Indian
tikka
food.
masala.
Innit?
Wow!
Yeah.
You guys-
Chicken tikka masala
Yeah,
is
okay.
the national
that's what it
dish.
is. That's the national dish,
dish.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
See?
Yeah.
It's not even an English thing. Yeah. Girls want to eat, innit? They love that, innit?
Vindaloo and all of that. innit? Back in the day, them used to love it.
Vindaloo.
Mad. I want to come and claim.
Yeah.
I feel like
So
the
go on then,
English
so-
culture is made up of like
So go on then.
different
So,
cultures.
so go on then. So back home then. What's the national?
The national
For
dish.
people that don't know, yeah.
Well, it depends.
Educate you educate them.
It
You tell
It
them.
depends on where you're from, innit? So obviously there's different tribes. Well, there's three major tribes. So you got Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa.
Explain those tribes quickly.
So Igbos are the people from the south usually. I thought they're friendly. They're good to do business with.
Not all tribes are friendly though. We just put that out there
You
as
know,
well.
when it comes to business, do business with someone from the south. They're really good. Trust.
Right.
You know, you know you're gonna get your hustle, like, you know, done for you. And then your Yoruba, the West, you know, so where your your Davidos and your Whiskers are from. Yeah, they're good people as well, but apparently they're very known to be greedy. Not my opinion. This is just popular saying. And then the Northerners, the most friendliest people in the world, but they're also the deadliest at the same time.
But let's talk about this though, because I want to get back to the food. Do all of them eat the same, or is it? You get what
Nah,
I'm
so
saying?
like I said, because it's different culture, they're all different tribes, innit? So
Right.
they all have their own main, but to an extent, they
No,
all
but what's
eat.
but I want to know, and the people want to know, what's
You
the
know what? I feel like
Nigerian?
they all eat pounded
what-
yam. So pounded yam.
Right, that's what they want to know. What is the
pounded yam,
Nigerian
I feel
dish?
like
yeah.
all three tribes eat pounded yam.
Right.
So I would say pounded yam.
Tried powdered yam?
Pounded
Tried
yam.
powdered yam?
You never had pounded yam?
No, I'm asking, yeah.
Yam.
Nah.
So yam, like it's
No,
pounded.
I'm
Like,
asking powdered yam.
it's like mash, like mashed potatoes.
I've
You
seen
never had-
it, but I've never
had it?
I've never tried
Mad.
it. Never.
Yeah, so pounded yam. And then
It's like the Jamaica. It's like.
like-
I want to say
like
Jamaica
mash,
yam,
innit?
but it's like the yam. What the Jamaica?
Yeah,
what
yam.
we, innit?
but then it's
And they just
mashed,
boom, boom, boom,
mashed,
boom, boom,
then
boom,
obviously- yeah, it's made into like a little
stretch
solid
out
ball.
and like yeah,
that's
rubber
it.
up and that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you eat it with the soup of your culture. So
Right. So go on. What's that? Super what?
soup of your culture. So like if you're like from the south, you probably have it with a goosey soup, which is made from melon,
Right.
right? Melon seeds.
Righteous food we're talking now. You know, we're talking the realness.
If you're from
Good
the
food.
west, you have it with what will you have with?
Making me hungry, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're from the west, you probably have it with. What we have with pounded yam? I'm just trying to think. Now.
So what's in the soup? So you know, I touch Niger now, first time. Boom.
melon soup. So
Yeah, you say
You got- you
cage. You know, here is some pounded yam.
Yeah.
And the soup's in front of me, but
Yeah.
I don't know what's in the soup. What's in the soup?
They can make it however you want. So you can get two versions. You can get a vegan version, and you can actually get like
Meat burger.
the meat version.
Right.
So if you want for the meat eaters, so you can have like your goat meat or beef in there.
Okay.
And then if you want to go a bit
Kind
more
of similar like the chicken soup and the goat meat soup and the red pea soup powder.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. All right.
But if you want to go a bit more bougie, you can add fish to it as well.
Yeah, I see that one there. No. But I know what you're saying. Same way as Jamaican fish soup and We got chicken foot soup and
Yeah.
cow foot soup. Yeah, cow foot
Coffee
soup.
soup. Yeah.
Any claw, any foot in soup. Not interested.
Coffee soup is the
So
worst
yeah, I know
thing.
the fish that you're talking with the fish head in it.
Yeah, but the fish and catfish. You don't like catfish? You never had catfish before?
Not the way that was looking.
I don't know what they made for you. Nah.
Yeah, I'll stick probably to the meat one. Yeah, but definitely, you know what it is? I think down here is lacking, and I said this to my brethren quite a lot, where, especially with restaurants and just food places, down here needs a African.
There is one now. There's
Where?
one.
People say this to me. There is. Where?
It is a place.
Is it certified?
It's free promo.
Go on.
Africana.
And free promo for the man. So we're touching or a little discount. Yeah. So we go on, big
Free
them up.
promo. Africana, right?
Africana.
They're all over the place. They're in Birmingham, Bristol, Manchester. I think London as well, somewhere. In the
What, they
south.
here?
They're in Bristol, yeah.
No, here.
Africana, yeah.
No, Gloucester.
No, they don't.
They ain't getting no pick up. I don't care. I'm not going to Bristol for it. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
sorry.
Unless you want to send over a couple things. But apart from that,
Sorry.
yeah, you have to drop the sorry on them. I thought they was here. That's what I'm saying.
No,
we
they're
need
not.
one. Unless they want to bring their business here.
Well, come to Gloucester then, guys.
Because, you know, I even thought they would have one in Cheltenham, to be honest. They
No,
were
they're
like
not.
bigging them up.
They're
But I
not.
thought they would have
They're not
had
in
one over
Cheltenham.
there. But
I gotta go Bristol.
is it Bristol you go for real, though?
Yeah, every
but
time.
even if all right, so cool. If I ever go
Was
Bristol,
it proper though, yeah?
go check them out. Is it
nice.
proper, yeah?
Yeah.
10 out of 10?
Yeah. Good.
Certified?
You did, yeah. You guys tried. Nice one.
Right, so all right, and so that's the dish then. So what's your side dishes then? 'Cause you know, like you know, like a Jamaican thing, we'll have like, you know, fried dumpling,
Yeah.
fritters.
So you like, wow.
You know, bammy, you know.
Puff puff. You ever had puff puff before?
Brother,
So it's like
I'm
the
telling
dumpling.
you, I've not had not one.
Literally.
No, and I got enough African bread, you know. Enough of them don't big bit with no food,
When
you know.
When you go
They're
out there, you
rude.
need to get. It's like dumplings as well, but like softer.
Right. Has anyone
It's
in here
best.
tried African food?
I think it's best to eat it hot. to be fair.
I've only had jollof.
Jollof rice.
Yeah, I've only had
Yes.
jollof rice, and I've had
Don't
chin
try the Ghanaian
chin,
one.
but I don't know if
You know what
chin
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 chin?
counts because it's
Chin
snack.
yeah,
Is
chin
it
chin. There.
snack food, isn't it?
It is.
See
it there?
It is a
Diamond.
But no one
None.
else.
Yeah.
No one else has me onto
That was
nothing.
cold.
Coconut peanuts.
No.
Never had none of it. Oh wow.
I said no, none. Okay, so go on then. So yes, you like so the dumplings called what?
Buff buff.
So what else then? So,
You
so,
have
obviously,
your
so
chin-
if
you have
I
your
went to the restaurant now,
Yeah,
so
they'll
tell me the
send-
side dishes
they'll
that
they'll
go on.
give you like buff buff on the side to just start with, you know, just to hold you while your main is coming.
Nice.
Chin 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 as well.
So what's that?
It's like it's made out of flour, so it's like dough, but it's fried.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's a bit crunchy to bite into. So it depends on who's making it.
It
though.
tastes like little biscuits.
like
or
little
like,
biscuits.
Yeah.
You know what? You know that's one of my main missions this year. Still, I'm gonna go
There's
to
a shop-
African
there's a shop-
restaurant.
there's
I'm
a
gonna go
shop
to
in
African
Gloucester.
restaurant and vlog it on the
There's a shop
podcast
in
page.
Gloucester. If you want some,
I'm gonna
there's a shop
vlog it
in
out.
Gloucester.
I know enough of the African shop then,
There you
but I'm
go.
gonna go to a restaurant. That one you told me in Bristol.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You go vlog it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
see
go
this
vlog
one.
at the thing still. Serious thing. Yeah, so that now, so desserts. What's the dessert thing?
Oh, I don't think Nigerians do dessert. You know.
You don't in a dessert, ice cream and all that.
Nah.
Not into that chocolate cake
It's not
and
an African thing.
it's not African thing.
Nah.
Dessert.
Nah.
Not African thing at all.
It's not a Nigerian thing.
Not
that I
a giant.
know.
All right.
You know what? I seen on TikTok they've started like London.
We-
you know
we-
how you do like cake businesses?
Yeah.
They're doing like Oreo puff puff.
Oh, there you go. Do you know what I mean?
Like
So
they're
like, I feel like
making
puff puff is like
Okay.
it's the like that's like the when it. That's it. That's about as far as it
So
goes.
they
Yeah.
go.
You've
Right.
eaten, you're
Like
done,
that's-
innit? Like, why?
yeah.
So what about like juices and that then? Is there certain African, you know?
Oh,
You know like how Jamaica
so
we
if
got
you-
baba roots and we got
Ours is palm wine.
right.
Palm
Okay.
wine. So if you get that from fresh, so when you see the guy coming back straight from the tree, that's when you need to stop him and get the gallon in it because he's fresh, literally just come off.
Right.
You know, and then you let that sit for like a couple of hours, and then it's ready to drink.
Nice.
You know, if you want it cold, a bit of ice in there, and then you're good to go.
Good to
If you
go.
want it sweet, then you top a little like maybe one Fanta or Coke in it.
What's your favorite English dish?
English. I don't have one, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought he was gonna drop the fish and chips. I was gonna say,
I'm not
raw.
gonna lie. I
You
don't
don't
have a
like
favorite
roast
English
dinner?
dish, but
Yeah, see it there. What you don't like the
You do remixed.
It's just too.
The
It's just a
English
lot.
roast.
Yeah.
It's just a lot on the plate, bro. Like
It's just too much.
it's just a lot on the plate. Like I remember the first roast dinner that I had with my ex. Like I went to her parents' house, right, and like. It's just a lot. I'm just looking at this plate and I'm thinking, where do I start? Like, what do I eat first?
So when you say your ex, was it a different?
She was.
She was different. We don't want to call, but she was different.
Yeah.
So you had the
So
full.
I had the full
you had
on the pasta,
ham,
the
cold ham, cold chicken,
everything was on the
cold
plate.
beef,
There was
cold
this little
sprouts,
green bowl thing
cold
that I've never
carrot,
seen before.
cold broccoli, everything.
I don't even know why it was
Forget
called.
it.
I'm looking at this veg and thinking to myself, is this a vegetable?
That's what I'm saying.
Have they invented this? Like why is this on the plate? Is
Brussels
this
sprout,
food?
Like you should have went to the carvery or something.
Oh my days.
Do you like African like?
She might hate me
remix?
for this, but like the chicken did not taste of anything.
I'm just letting you know. I already
no
know
flavor.
probably
No
how.
flavor.
I probably
That
know
was
how.
what.
I probably
that
know
was
how
the
it
first
looks
time I
like.
knew what actually chicken, raw chicken tastes like.
Slice of ham,
Just
slice of beef, tree sprout.
apparently, you're meant to use the
broccoli,
gravy as soon.
forget about it. And some different type of gravy. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's a
okay.
different gravy.
Different gravy.
Different
but
gravy.
Not even Bisto or whatever. Some different
gotta use
granules
the
or whatever. I
gravy.
don't know what type
The
of gravy,
is
but
the seasoning.
yeah.
Don't hate me. It was just,
Yeah.
I can't lie though.
It was lovely. Thanks for having me.
You say carrot?
Caribbeans, we kind of like remix the roast.
Yeah, cool.
So it's like you have the roast dinner, but instead of like you have roast
Rice and peas.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
rice
yeah,
and
yeah,
peas
yeah,
in
that-
it.
Roast potato.
Yeah,
Go on.
roast potato, but the season's just
Sometimes
so...
even slapping a mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese
You know?
in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes you have
that's
to
a lot
We
on the
just
plate, though.
remix the
You have
thing.
to fusion.
So you lot can remix the thing. The
That's
same way
what
how
I'm
you look
saying.
like you're Indian, you look like you're
Oh,
Vindaloo.
yeah.
Or was it? What's the British thing called?
Chicken tikka masala.
Chicken masala.
Fling that in with your Sunday roast and see if the Sunday roast don't taste
That's a
banging.
lot. That's
How
a
about
lot.
that?
That's a lot. In
How
one,
about that? It tastes banging.
that's a lot in one plate, though.
If it
That
tastes
is-
banging.
It is good though.
Especially see the plate that you had. It
That
would've
is
tasted
a
banging.
lot. Like because you would not know where to start from. You're looking at you just there's a big
No, but even down
Yorkshire pudding there, mashed potato, roast potato.
but even down to the
broccolis,
but even down to the
cauliflowers.
Everything.
Yeah,
but even down to the Nigerian
and then you're
dish,
never thinking
yeah?
about the meat on
You
top.
see, even down to the Nigerian dish, it is all presented well though, still, because it's like you got the pounded yam, got like the soup there. So I know what you're saying when you're saying
There's no
everything's
extra-
on
there's
one plate.
There's no extra.
Yeah, I
like
get
so,
what
like
you're
if you're
saying.
gonna have like pounded like swallow, which is what like the local name for it, right? You have the pounded yam on one plate, and then you have the soup in one plate.
What's the most popular meat in Nigeria?
Beef,
Beef.
cow meat, yeah.
Right.
Beef, yeah.
Right.
Most expensive, but still. No, actually, goat is most expensive. But beef, yeah, it's most popular.
Was it
meat.
wild out there as well though? Can I jump into those questions? Is it wild a bit, you know? Wild animals and that. And I'm not talking eating, I'm just talking about seeing them.
Nah.
You don't see them. You know,
Nah,
like the
not in
hyenas.
Lagos. Not in Lagos, no.
you don't see
He's
that?
in the city, innit?
No,
He's in the
it's
city.
a city. Innit? It's like
Oh, so
London.
you're saying in the suburb you see the hyenas them?
Probably in the suburbs, yeah, probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Serious thing though, innit?
Yeah.
The hyena gang and that, innit?
You probably see. I've never witnessed.
I've
it.
watched
I've
stuff
never
I watch
witnessed
is
it, but you probably
stuff
see
I
it.
watch is serious. Hyena gang, they got
'Cause there's
some,
no-
they got some monkeys on badness.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
badness. But I get what you're saying. That's really in the
It's
in
their
the
home,
slums.
innit, at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
they're
But the
gonna-
hyena thing, serious. It's
No,
a
it
serious
is-
thing.
it is a serious
It's not a
thing,
joke.
yeah, it is.
It's a serious thing out there.
It is,
The hyena gang.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. You've seen it in what's his name's video. There was like is it Casanova? You know the artist.
I know
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking.
That's it. Yeah. They brought the hyena like the.
So talking about Casanova, so where did he touch Nigeria for that video?
Yeah, with Lagos. That was
Right,
in Lagos. Yeah.
right. So where's he from? His descendant. He's from Niger.
What? I don't think
No?
he is. I think he's Jamaican. You know.
Could be right.
I think he is Jamaican.
You could be right.
From his slangs and the way he speaks as
Could
well.
be right.
I think he's Jamaican, but he just fell in love with the culture. You know, like most of the artists are nowadays. So
So 2024 then for Nines then. So what's coming? What's what
New
what,
EP.
What music you got?
new EP lined up. Couple of features in there. You know, trying to do a few shows. You know, before the end of the year. I'm trying to do like at least 10 shows this year. if I could, if the Lord permits me. And then just more music.
Just more music, yeah.
Just more music, literally.
Right, let's see what time it is.
We've got a lot. We've got a lot packed on. You know, just gonna be rolling it out as it comes. But then after the EP is ready, album next.
Sick.
But we're trying to do more with the promo thing with Gloucester. Obviously, I took some time off with the passing of my sister, but
now you're just back on it now.
But yeah, I'm back on it again.
Nah, that's good still. So alright, cool. So got a couple minutes now before we wrap it up and that. So yeah, just trying to just talk about obviously UK music and that. Obviously prior to the last show, it's me and DK obviously welcome back. We're back. That was our first show back, season 5.
Okay.
Yeah. First one and that. Obviously talk about music and that. Couple artists and that, innit? Dropping their thing now, innit?
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of Scraps? Do you know who Scraps is?
I've heard of the name. When I was working with Stacks, in passing, but never actually like
taking his music like that. Yeah. Alright,
So,
cool.
what sort of UK artists do you like then?
Mo Stack and that, innit?
I listened to most Stack,
Tion Wayne. I knew it. I
The
knew
Afro
the
swing
name.
Afro swing.
Get
like
about.
I said,
Yeah, I knew you're on about, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Tion
not-
Wayne. What about J-Os?
J-Hoss,
Yeah.
I listen to him as well, because obviously he tells stories as well.
Young's
so, like,
Teflon? Have you heard of that name?
I know Young's Teflon, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
know
Sick.
Young's Teflon.
He's more on the Afro beat.
He's on
Yeah, I
the
know.
Yeah. And this is Snigball as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that fully. I get that.
What about,
Sleepball
like,
must have been.
What about the Potter Papers?
Yeah. Go on.
I've only just started like paying attention to him like recently, only because of how his story like comes about.
The
on
story
this,
is
on every
sick.
track.
But Sneakball must have been
Well, Snigball
when it was
like,
the Sneakball era. How was that in Niger? Mad.
Jet
it was
ski
crazy.
wave.
Jet ski wave was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
probably
See it there?
everybody wanted a jet ski.
Mad. Crazy.
Everybody wanted it. Every rich kid wanted a jet ski. Even though they didn't know what to do with one. They just wanted it. They just liked the idea. Jet ski wave. I'm a jet ski. You know?
So about artists like Krypton Conan.
Yeah, I listened to them as well. A few of the songs.
But you're not into like the street rap. You're not into the street rappers like that.
Yeah, like because it's not really like my thing.
It's
Or
not.
my way of
Listen,
life.
it's not everyone. Listen, it's not
Yeah,
everyone's
I mean-
preference, isn't it? At the end of the day, so it's good that you're not into that. This sounds, but you're into the UK music, but not, not that lane.
I listen to it, but it's not like
It's
because
not for you, innit?
it's not just it's not my story. It's not the kind of story like I want to like
I get that.
feed on.
Yeah, I
you
get
know,
that. I get that.
So I rather not because I don't connect to it in that way. It's not a go-to.
I know
like,
you're saying you'd rather listen to Tion Wayne than a Fredo.
you know.
I get you.
Do you understand?
I
what I'm
get
saying?
that.
Yeah.
I get that.
No hate
get
to
that.
Fredo.
No,
Love
but
Fredo.
I get that.
Do you know what
You
I'm
don't want
saying?
to. Yeah.
Sit Back was one of my.
No,
Sit
but
Back,
I get it.
Back something to back wherever that new song you dropped was hard. But yeah, I rather listen to more Stacks. I'm not gonna lie, because obviously he's more
He's
my style. of
he
music.
dropped something the other
Yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
Most that.
Well, when he was sat at the back of it was like a Rolls Royce or something.
I'm a next brother. I'll let you know. I don't really watch videos as well. Yeah, I don't really watch it, but I know.
Do you
he-
know?
Nah.
I feel like it adds like a
I listen
little-
audio more, and I listen
I feel like it adds a little more.
Very charismatic. Like
Yeah, it
most
gives-
acts.
Mo.
Yeah.
You like most that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big fan of most that.
Well, not a
Not a
big,
big
big,
fan.
Not
big,
fan,
but,
no.
like, I
You like
do,
his-
I
you like
do
his
like
style.
his style.
I like his
yeah.
I hear
style.
that.
His delivery.
I feel like
really
that makes you a
like-
fan, innit? If you like his
Yeah,
style.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Do you prefer most that than J-Hus? Style-wise?
Back in the day, I prefer both of their stuff more like 2017, 18, 19.
A lot of people say that.
Like, I don't really keep up with them now. That's why I wouldn't say I'm a fan anymore.
What about
but
J-Hus's current project, the one what he dropped last year? Out of 10, what do you give it?
one.
Conspiracy? That's COVID.
Oh, that's
We're
cool.
talking about the
You
brutal
should the
yards.
next one, innit? Yeah.
The brutal something yard.
I haven't listened to that. Yeah.
Yeah,
listen to that one.
I haven't
No,
heard
yeah,
it
no.
either.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's how like
Okay.
how I am.
But
With,
conspiracy's wavy.
yeah, it was.
That's-
That was like where. That's what.
That's
connected-
wavy, but he's got one after that.
He has. Oh,
Check
wow,
that.
okay.
That's why I said the J Hustle Naira Marley tune, the Naira Marley military something.
What? It's in there.
Rude boy.
No, I'm
tune.
not saying like I'm not.
Rude
like,
boy
Naira
tune.
has, like I say, he
Rude.
has.
That's probably one of
He's
his
a smart-
baddest tunes
he's
he's
a smart
collaborated with
artist. He's a smart
UK
artist, so
because
he
he lived in
knows-
the UK as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He
Yeah,
lived in
he
South
did.
London. all
He
of
knows
that.
how
Right,
to
right,
like
right.
manipulate. Like I said, he knows how to manipulate the beat to suit his style.
Check the album out, the J Hus.
It's hard, is it?
Yeah, it's a good album. It's a good album. It's a good
give it a
album.
good
It's a
listen
good
on the way
album.
back.
It's a good album. I think whilst we've done the last few,
I'm a fan of him as well.
was the Mobos? The Mobos
No,
when
it was the day. It was on the day.
was it the day when we was podding?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so Pot of Paper
the
won
week
an award. I
before.
didn't even know.
Yeah.
What did he get?
One.
Artist or album of the year?
I'm not even 100%
I think it's,
sure.
I
One
could,
or the two.
it could have been
I can't
album. It's either
say.
one of them anyway. I
Yeah,
know
one
it's
of the
either
two.
one of them anyway. Like I said, that's an artist where the man them's been saying for a hot minute. You know, Pot of Paper and loads of other platforms has been. Potter's name's been, and it's going to be another big year for him. He's got an album dropping out. Could be
Yeah, I think
next
it's March.
week.
Yeah, I think it's March or
Nah,
this month. Or
this
March,
month. Gets is dropping a project.
Everybody gets
Everyone
it
is
next week.
dropping.
Yeah, Gets is dropping.
Everyone's
That's a
dropping.
project I'm definitely looking forward to. People.
No pressure.
So make sure you go check out Gets' project. I think Gets
coming,
and
though.
I think Gets and Potter's dropping either the same day or either one's dropping on the 23rd and one's dropping on the 24th. Yeah, so I think that's
keep
I think
dropping,
that- I
guys,
think
no
that's
problem.
dropping.
We love good music. We love new music, but yeah.
Loads of new music coming out in the UK. But yeah, that's them two there. I'm trying to think because I didn't even watch the Mobiles. Someone said it was on TV. It was on YouTube.
No, it was on YouTube.
So when
yeah,
we was
they said
podding, it was on YouTube.
I think it's coming on TV this week. Yeah, I think it's on
Eh?
TV this week. Yeah, it's on TV like this week or something.
Yeah?
Late, innit?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then I don't know for the other award. I don't know who won what. Oh, I know Bugsy won
Yeah, he won Best
for
Grime.
best grime and that. But even talking about grime music, I think, like I said, that's I think going to be a big year for grime music. Personally, I think it's going to be they're going to make big noise this year.
It's taking off with grime.
2024.
Like, really
I think now, I think grime's woken up
taking
now.
it's taking the stand.
Where how drill's kind of stepped back, like, you know, and the way how they was fighting grime back then is the way how they was fighting drill. So the way obviously drill's taking a seat back. Yeah, I feel so it's the time now where yeah. Because you see with grime, there's no age limit.
Nah.
With the artists them. Do you know what I'm saying on that? You know, like. Still got people like
you can't be 40.
You
and
still
be
got
doing
people
drill.
like Flow Dan,
But wait,
lyrics and
so wait, what's that?
just other artists. Not even just Flow Dan. You got only
It's all of them. All of
So
them.
when-
all of them.
all-
So there's no age limit. But you see in like the rap
late
thing.
30s.
When do you need to retire? But Busta Rhymes just dropped,
No, but what I'm saying in the UK,
and he's
UK.
like nearly 50. He's over 50.
Yeah,
you
something
see
like
in the
that.
UK, the way how it's kind of set up, or the way how they got people not even thinking, but the
So if
perceptive.
you're,
Yeah.
the moment you cross 40,
Yeah, you shouldn't be rapping. Yeah, you shouldn't be rapping in the UK. Yeah, people, it's cold. It's cold out here. It's cold.
but
Compared
it
to...
depends on what you're rapping about, though.
That's what I always
Yeah.
say. That's why I say there's no limit. There's no age limit in music.
It
I
depends on
say
what you're
that.
rapping about. Like if at 40, I'm still rapping about like I lick him in the shop, and then yeah, as a 16-year-old, I'm gonna look at you and laugh because, boy, you're walking with a walking stick at this point. Like why are you still talking about that? Like you should be telling me about the painting that you bought, that you invested in, and how much where you at you bought stocks, and this is what you did with the stocks, and after that's the kind of like lyric we want to be hearing at 40. Like what Jay-Z says, you know, like
So when you're 40,
that's what you're going to be hearing off me.
from you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
That's what it's going to be like Papa's.
All right.
You know?
All right.
Right now I'm still giving you the young team because obviously man's still young, but
When you get older,
when
you
you
start.
get older and I'm still doing the music, I'm still able to write and give you the flows, then yeah, definitely. I'll be giving you stories about being old. Like this is my age now.
That's what I say. There's no age limit
no age, like, it's just-
in the music thing, but so yeah. So like I said, it's only February we're in, and the year's only literally just starting
Literally,
off. Especially for
that's why I said no
especially
pressure.
in the music
That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
said,
early,
pressure.
first quarter, innit?
Innit?
First
Yeah,
quarter.
I think.
You still got to May.
I guess
I think it's by May. When it gets to like May,
I
that's
think
when
even
you start
Storm.
thinking.
I think even people. Look out for even. I think it's gonna, you know it's gonna be a massive year. You know, I think we're gonna be in for a big shock. I think people like Dave's gonna be dropping projects. Stormzy.
Everyone's got
I think
stuff
couple of,
on-
yeah. I think couple
everyone's
of the
got
heavy.
stuff.
I think couple of the heavy hitters are gonna. Yeah, I think it's one of them ones. Yeah, I
Everyone's
think it's
got
gonna be,
stuff that they
I think it's
listen
gonna
to
be a
in
good
their
year
car
still
every day.
So it's not just gonna be a predominant
just-
just drill.
Everyone is looking for the right time.
Heady one's got something. Yeah. I know. What's
That's the
going
problem.
On. I know
Everyone
what's
is
going
always
on.
saying when is the right time.
Yeah,
I know
It's
it's
never the right time.
It's
You
never
have to
the
just
right
drop
time.
it,
Like,
you have to drop
she's
it,
like,
see how
oh,
it
this
goes.
guy's just dropped. He's hot right now. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think that tune can. But you don't know. You
No,
would
you
not
don't
know if you don't drop it. That's the problem.
Yeah, you have to drop it, see how it
You
goes.
just gotta drop it and see how it goes.
So your thing's dropping soon then.
Well, we don't know.
Soon?
We're working on it.
Working on it.
We're working on it.
I hear that.
Paperwork is still going through because obviously it's with a feature.
Right.
Yeah. Gotta do things proper these days. You see everything in the media now. Oh, this artist is not done a split because
Yeah.
So
Paperwork weren't right.
you just gotta make sure the paperwork is right
No, I
before,
respect it.
before you put the music. That's
All
how
right,
we've
then.
been moving.
All right then. So before we wrap it up, then, like you said, what your current project's called No Losses.
No losses.
No losses. The EP.
The EP.
Make
is
sure you go
out
check
right
that
now.
on Spotify, people.
Spotify, iTunes.
Check out the
Apple,
music videos,
Audio
them on
Mac.
YouTube. And it's not, and you don't pronounce, and you don't write in Minds, it's Mindz.
Mindz, you
Yeah,
know.
is that in it?
That's how you pronounce it. Yeah,
Is
that's
that,
right.
is that. I was just double checking there.
Mindz.
So,
M-I-N-D-Z, the capital Z.
respect to you for passing through.
Love, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, perfect on
I
time.
don't know,
Yeah,
I don't
respect for passing through.
You know.
UK Rap Podcast Show, Man Like Cage.
Yes.
DK, episode 2. We're done.
Two,
See you next time.
Love.
Bless.